Gwennie on the go. Shopping with Gwennie on the go. Just got back. Gonna show you what I got. You know, if you've been following me at all, it's basically fruits and vegetables. Arugula salad. I'm really craving this for some reason. And I like this brand because not too many stems. Full of nitric oxide. We've talked about this. You want to lower your blood pressure. You want to eat foods with more nitric oxide, which is why I also, besides my blueberry powder, call me crazy, got it on Amazon. I also got the highest oxide vegetable there is beets. I don't eat beets every day, so I did also get this organic beetroot powder, and I juice in the morning with vegetables and I put it right in. You could actually do this in warm water as a tea. You could add it to your tea. I can't say for sure, but I've been using this and my blood pressure, my diastolic, the bottom number, has dropped about 4 points. And especially as we get older, my age, never mind what that is, the blood pressure starts to increase for a variety of reasons. The endothelial cells start to harden from all the partying we've been doing, and I'm plant-based, and I have to work on it, and that's all there is to it. And I'm not eating all that saturated fat, cholesterol. So just keep it in mind so you can keep off of the high blood pressure medicine and cholesterol medicine, because there are always side effects. Okay, not gonna get into it, but I've got this. More radishes, cruciferous, bananas, and what I was reading, and I'm always low, I take magnesium, if you can believe it. The 23 milligrams of magnesium in a medium banana. I strongly encourage banana eating, as well as my usual. I mean, these are really more for the raccoon who comes to my door every day. But I eat peanuts, and I love peanuts. Get them in the shell, get them unsalted. And again, you're getting minerals. It's number 3 on Dr. Greger's list for anti-cancer. It's I think it's a huge big bag was $3.99. Great for the kids. Gonna put it over here. There's another nut that I bought. I haven't gotten it. I'm going to explain that. I did get some sugar. This is coconut sugar. It's got a really nice sweet taste. You only need a little bit of it. I still have sugar. I told you about this before. My Eden soy. Soy is bone and prostate and breast protective. Period. I'm going to put this down a little bit. Okay. I love it. And there's a lot of vitamin A, the different vitamin Bs, including B12, which we need, and you have to take it as a supplement. Folate, iron, and obviously calcium, and more magnesium, which I'm trying to eat as much of naturally because I know that I tend to get low in it. Okay, carrots, as usual. Next bag. Okay, my usual. Oh, I juice in the morning, but you can also cook this. Swiss chard, another one full of magnesium. But it's another green and cruciferous. I love broccolini, and you know what I do with it? Try different vegetables. You want to increase that. I put it in a little colander, and then I have a pot, put water in it, let it heat, the colander, put this in, and I even put the stems in. I put my roasted garlic and onion. I just open it, and then I season it, little soy sauce, delicious. I can have it with rice, I can have it with potatoes, and then a salad. Oh, that's a meal right there. There's no need for dead animal in the middle of it to make it tasty. Oh, these were the other nuts, and I'm going to start eating these on a more regular basis. These aren't cheap. These are Brazilian nuts, and they're delicious. They're high in fat. You only need like 3 or 4, and you're getting a high dose, again, of magnesium, but also selenium, which people tend to be short in. Not me, because I eat a lot of nuts, and my selenium is rather high. Especially for the prostate, need the selenium. Great way to get it. New nut. Aromatase inhibitor mushrooms again. You know what? I cut these, and I like to buy them fresh. Cut them, I put them in a pan with a little soy, and I did add a little red wine. A little bit. You don't need that. You can just do the soy. Oh, it was so good. It was... Oh. Okay, tomatoes. More tomatoes. Beets, high in nitric oxide. But I don't tend to eat a lot of beets. I do juice with them, so I bought the powder to make sure. And I did just start putting it in my tea as well as the blueberry. Blood pressure, right down a few points. Yeah, Google it, nitric oxide. And you want to get it naturally. Don't take supplement because it can have a different effect. This is something you want natural. And it's easy to do, especially if you love beets. Red onions, another aromatase inhibitor. Remember what I said, Dr. Furman has said it. Mushrooms, onions in a class by themselves. Okay, and a couple more pears. They're kind of losing the flavor. I just got a couple. All right, here we go. Oh, this time around, and I'm making sure I buy it, and I'm gonna start juicing with it, is spinach, and start eating it. Spinach is the most nutritious leafy green, even more than kale, of all the leafy greens. This is why Popeye was so strong. I mean, there was a message in that cartoon. Also, it's the highest in magnesium. 1 cup, 164 milligrams of magnesium. But, and here's the but, you want to steam it just a teeny bit, and I'm going to do it before I juice with it, because it's high in oxalates. And if you have an issue with oxalates, I think the same thing is in beets, but I'd have to check it, but I think it is. You may have an issue with it, especially if you have kidney issues, stones, etc. But I highly recommend spinach. Start eating it, even if you like it raw. If you just steam it just a tinge, and that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to juice with it. But I just said to myself, I've got to start eating spinach. Just throw it in everything. Just steam it a little, because you know when it's overcooked, it doesn't, it's... Okay. My usual, yep. I almost, it's not, that's how I gave up half and half. Again, I found those apples, again, organic, which ideally that's what you want. If you can't and it's too expensive, then fine. But this is a big bag for like $5.99, and they're actually really delicious. Love apples. Always did some apple picking in Connecticut at with my dad. Blueberries. Oh, I want to just tell you this one. Besides the blueberry powder, here's ideally, if you do one thing, is get the blueberries, try to make sure they're organic. And what I do now in the morning is when I wake up, because I always say have fruit in the morning, the first thing I have is a handful of blueberries. I just put them and I eat them. I want you to try that and see the difference in how you feel. It's almost like a switch goes on in your brain. It's like ding, because it's that glucose that gets into the brain. As I've mentioned before, blueberries cross the blood-brain barrier. And I just want to see how you feel. I mean, I'd love for you to give me some feedback, GwennieOnTheGo.com, Gwen at GwennieOnTheGo.com, and just let me know. But that's what I've been doing. It's also a blood pressure lowering mechanism, but I think this is the key. Anyway, try it, just a handful. Put them in your hand, wash them all, put them in a container, then pick them out. Even if that's the only fruit, but you should always have the apple, the pear, the orange, the whatever as well. There's no doubt about it. Something new. I usually make my own, but I'm feeling lazy. But I did get this artichoke spinach hummus. I haven't tried it. I'm going to. It didn't look like there was that much sodium in it, so I was like, why not? And then I can put my carrot in there, my celery, which I still have. I love celery. It's another blood pressure lowering. It's salty, but actually lowers blood pressure. I did end up getting the almond cheese, and I shred it sometimes, and I put it on my tacos. And the thing I'll say is that there's no saturated fat, no cholesterol, and there's 4 grams of fat for an ounce. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So I say yeah, and I really like this brand. So I'm for it. Then I bought more Brazilian nuts, because now they really are. If you want those minerals, Brazilian nuts are the way to go. And then you get that good fat. that's the fat that you want. Like when you're eating salads or you're eating greens, you want it to be absorbed in your cells. Fat helps you do that. Not animal fat. No, there's too many other consequences with that. Okay. I did get some Brussels sprouts, another cruciferous. I bought a small, but a small little box. I could just chop it up, throw it in, have it with rice, because I made this rice dish, put it in with a soup, have it, throw it on top of a salad. So many ways you can do this. And I will say, I mean, I'm basically just having the balsamic vinegar, and I got a nice one, a little bit of oil, like a teaspoon, squeeze of lemon or lime, and a little bit of sea salt, pepper. And that's usually what I love, but I have to admit, I saw this on TV, and I always loved that Hidden Valley Ranch. I loved it, and I won't touch it. Now, they did have this Organicville non-dairy ranch dressing. I'm gonna try it. I'm not saying it's the best thing, but sometimes I like a little cream. I'll try it. You can make your own. I've put recipes up for that. Oh, okay, so here's my treat. And I thought maybe I'd get it for this, but actually, and of course I brought it into the car and I couldn't stop eating it. Okay. It's not health food, but when you want that treat. The thing is, I was gonna get those sprouted sourdough pretzels. I think I showed you the last time. Then I realized how much sodium. For 3, it was like almost 400 grams of sodium. That's way too much, even though there's no fat. So I said, let me just try these. So the vegan cheddar, honestly, three junk food sources I like. 3 junk food kind of chip things I like. Fritos, Cheetos, and Lay's potato chips. And yes, I do. I love them. Don't get me eating a Lay's potato chip. So sometimes I like to have that snack. It's not health food, but I tried this, and as you can see, I opened this right in the car, and I really loved it. And it's made of cassava root. It's like a potato. And then they give it this cheddar flavor. So there's cassava root flour, tapioca, sea salt, natural flavor, we don't know what that means, paprika, yeast extract, sesame seeds, rosemary extract. So it's not so bad. And the thing that I like about it, I mean, there's sodium in it, but 16 chips, and it's about 190 milligrams, as opposed to 3 pretzels and almost 400. And this is it. Kind of reminds me of those, what are they called? Cheez-Its. And this one also has beet in it. And it's supposed to have like a goat cheese flavor. Not so sure about that, but it is pretty good. And I'll admit, it's a little salty even for me. But when you have that craving and you want something crunchy, etc., popcorn's the best. I've told you that. But in any event, that's about it. Check out GwennieOnTheGo.com. I've got a big sale going on for my teas and my seasoning sachets, and recipes on Gwennie on the Go on Facebook, Gwennie on the Go Instagram, and that's about it. It's been lovely shopping with Gwennie on the Go. Peace.